everyone, welcome back to another unique and amazing recipe. I've taken some time to think about what creative recipes I could bring to you again, and today I have something called the Galouti Kebab. Now traditionally, Galouti Kebab originates from Lucknow and there are a lot of stories behind it, but today I'm going to be making Galouti Kebab with a very common ingredient that's used especially in North India, also known in English as kidney beans or in Hindi as Rajma, right? Galouti Kebab traditionally is made with either minced red meat, preferably lamb, but today we're going to do a complete vegetarian version. There's one ingredient here that is optional, which is not vegetarian, but that can easily be skipped, okay? So let's get right into it, okay? This particular kebab, I have 2 cups of Rajma. Okay, I've soaked them for 6 or 7 hours, a minimum of 6 hours, I'd say, to 10 hours, and I have boiled them by putting only 1 cup of water, just enough to barely touch the Rajma. And you boil them for 1 whistle, and on the pressure cooker, you pressure cook them, and you switch it off and let the remaining pressure slowly cook it. Now, if you come closer, this should be a little, firm. It should not be so soft that you can't make a patty out of it. So there you go. 1 cup, and to this I've added some salt, and I've added a little bit of lime juice and 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, and just boiled it in that little juice. Okay. Now for the dry spices, I have here cumin powder, in Hindi jeera powder, red chili powder, coriander powder or dhania powder, lal mirch, and salt and pepper, okay, to taste. This is very important. This is black salt. If you don't have that, you can substitute chaat masala, a pinch of turmeric, a few herbs. Again, there's no set recipe. This is my recipe. I love to play around with flavors. Some people do add Italian herbs because in vegetarian food it goes really well with Rajma. And this is some garlic powder and some chili flakes. Now, with the Italian seasoning, right, you could go to any superstore and get like your mixed Italian herbs and just add a small pinch. It gives a beautiful fragrance. But this is also optional and you can skip it as well. Now, for the other part, which makes it the Galouti, I'm not using yogurt. What I'm using instead is crispy brown onions, 2 whole cloves of garlic. I am not adding ginger intentionally because sometimes the power of ginger can be a bit too overpowering, so I just want to stick to my garlic. And I also have green chilies, about 5 of them with the stems off, 1 spoon of breadcrumb just to absorb up any moisture, and finally some coriander. Right, the beauty of this is, you can always put all of these in a blender, and you can keep like a kebab mix ready, especially for kids or anytime guests are over. You can always, make the kebabs up quickly. Now, for my sauce, I personally would prefer to use a tiny touch of fish sauce. This is what does not make it vegetarian. So this is a teaspoon, and I'm just going to add about 5 or 6 drops. Okay, it does not even fill a teaspoon. So if you were to see the amount that I've added, it's very little. It just gives it a punch of umami that you are looking for in a kebab. Okay. If you'd like, you can add like a Maggi tastemaker seasoning. This is a very versatile dish. Rajma does have a flavor of its own, but it's very versatile in it getting mixed with other ingredients. And along with that, I'm going to add a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons full of lemon juice. 1. There you go. So the best part about this, you put all these ingredients in a food processor and make a grainy, nice little paste. Okay, so come on up and let's do that. A fun fact for you, Rajma is not something that originated in India. I know, shocking, right? So just to give it some context, Rajma actually originated in Mexico. It was brought to India from Mexico. This is how the end mixture should look like. Now, sometimes, because of kidney beans, it might be too dry. Do not be afraid to add 1 or 2 spoons of water just to kind of bind it up. Egg whites can also be used, okay, to kind of bind up the mixture. Now here, I've taken that and made them into shapes. You can make them into any shape, okay. If you want to make this keto friendly, okay, just skip the breadcrumbs and add almond flour instead, okay. Or you can even add roasted gram flour okay? Because that's all protein and it's not carbs. So I take my kebab and quickly give it a gentle bath in the egg, okay? And then just put it in the pan, okay? How many of you actually knew that raw kidney beans can actually kill you? Yeah, they have a poison called, I can't remember the name, but phytohemogglutinotoxin or something, where they kind of cause your blood to clot up. And once you cook them at above 100 degrees centigrade, the poison becomes kind of, or the toxin becomes, you know, it kind of deactivates the toxin, let me put it that way, okay? There you go. All right, now give them about 3 minutes on each side. Let the egg form a crust and it kind of seals up your kebab from breaking. That's another purpose of the egg. So if you want to now, after about 2 minutes or so, just turn it over. That would be absolutely fine. See that? A beautiful golden brown. And I'll do the same for the other kebabs. Okay. Right. Another thing you can do is, if you are not a fan of egg, you can just gently dust it in regular flour if you're not into keto, and then you can just dip it in breadcrumb and then fry as well. You could do that as well. And this particular kebab can also be used as a substitute for your burgers. It's very versatile, so you could feel free to do whatever you want. There are other variations of this. You could stuff the inside with cheese, block cheese, and that melts off. That's beautiful. You can stuff it with a mixture of jalapenos and shredded cheddar. You could stuff it with mint chutney. You could stuff it with, you know, roasted nuts like pistachio, almond, and stuff like that. This is, again, feel free to experiment. Feel free to explore the joys of cooking. Okay, and there we have it, folks. Beautiful Galouti Kebab, a vegetarian version with Rajma, served on my own ponzu sriracha mayo hot sauce that I make. Okay, feel free to serve it with yogurt, mint chutney. Usually Rajma goes with something called the pomegranate seed chutney, which is the anardana chutney. Feel free to do whatever you like. And there it is. Once again, hope everyone's staying safe. Enjoy these hot kebabs on a beautiful rainy evening or otherwise. And enjoy cooking and enjoy life. And hopefully we get into stage 4 of Corona. See you guys on the other side.